I had this client I talked to you about. It was about maybe 18, 19 months ago, like within my first year. And he had a $250,000 term policy, but he was already it was going up every year, and he was paying that next year he was going to be paying $2,300 a month for his term policy. And he had some health conditions. He had just got diagnosed with like POTS, which is something you're not going to find in underwriting, but it's kind of like a heart arrhythmia, kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really tricky to figure out the underwriting for it because he takes certain, um, he was on Eliquis and they took him off and then they put him, it was just the doctors didn't even know what to prescribe him for this. They
I
were
do
like
remember now.
testing.
I remember you calling me
Yeah,
about
yeah. So, yeah, long story short, over the course of probably 2 months, so I finally closed the deal. We got him like nine different insurance policies with nine different companies for $250,000 in whole life. So that total premium was about 2,300 a month he was paying for all those policies. Half of them were graded, and then half of them were level. And yeah, that's just what we had to do. And I told him, hey, that's the best you can do. Like no one else is accepting you with these medications. So anyway, I got the email that Transamerica Express just bumped up their final expense benefit. You can insure someone for up to $100,000 for Transamerica Express.
this
And
year.
that was one of the companies that I realized, and I was talking to Freight Toss about it, and I was like, wait a second, yeah, thanks for that idea. I needed to talk to this guy because that was one of the companies that he needed to be off a prescription for a little longer before I could apply for him. So sure enough, I visited him here in the turf I was working. Luckily, it was the same area. Yeah, caught up and then said, hey, is it okay if I apply for this for you? And I cancel some of these graded policies to get you level. And he got approved, $100,000 whole life. And it was 871 a month, which brought down his total monthly bill to about, I think 2,100 is what he's paying now. So
Nice.
he was happy about that. So anyway, and this also was a door knock, like 18, 19 months ago.
That's got to be
So
the
not an
craziest
appointment.
comic story. I think you
Yeah.
got it. I think you got
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. No, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, so I guess if there's one thing I could share about it, it's like, there are maybe one of 700, maybe one of 500 people who you're not going to be an insurance agent to. You're going to be like a financial advisor to. And usually financial advisors, it takes months to sell a $250,000 policy. Like you got to build trust, you got to follow up, you got to let them think about it. And so me, not just pressuring him, but commit $2,000 the same day and then following up three, four more times led to me, yeah, kind of getting paid extra because yeah, and putting him in a better spot at the same time. So, yeah, that's it.
yeah, well that's a lot, dude. That's awesome. I forgot it was that many policies. So if I heard you right, it was going up to 2,300 a month and he's like, I don't care, I just want to keep it. I don't know if I fully
And
caught
no, so his term policy was going to be 2,300 a month, and it was going up every year, and it expired at 80.
that.
So I told him, hey, and it's kind of crazy. It was so overpriced. I was able to find him whole life for around the same price,
Wow.
um,
In other words, it
which
is
is crazy.
but again, people care about this, right? Some people call life insurance love insurance. You're not going to get this for people you don't love. And so he was like, well, if I can handle it, but at least I don't have to worry about it going up. That's kind of what the angle was on that one.
For expiring. Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
And expiring. Nice. And then again, half of that was graded. So now you got them. It's all level now, right? I mean, it was
Yep.
probably
All of it. All 250. Yep.
nice. Dude, so guys, this is a great example of the fortune is in the follow-up. It's funny how these tied in the calls today, right? About, the hardest part of the job is really months. Obviously, you got to figure out the job, right? Lay foundation, but months, 4 to like 10, because you have no back end, right? Like it gets better because you get better. Then Janet talked about working through her business, having a system for doing those annual reviews. And then Zach, if you weren't organized, you know, could have easily just forgotten about that guy, you know? And capitalized and served them. So that's really cool, man. Thank you for sharing this morning. Appreciate your business.